Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to review the Realacc RX5808-PRO-Plus OSD diversity receiver with Achilles pre-installed, and this comes with a cover, and mine is the SMA version. So this one is kindly sent to me by Banggood. Banggood didn't randomly send this to me. I purposely requested Banggood to send this diversity receiver to me for a review. The reason why I asked for this diversity receiver is that I have heard a lot about Achilles and diversity with our Realacc receiver. I never really liked diversity receiver because of the constant switching and constant noise, picture noise produced by the switching. So I was a bit skeptical about this diversity receiver from Realacc. I noticed that this Realacc has already come out in different versions. I think this is probably the third version of this receiver. I think Realacc has probably uh, got rid of all the issues with the initial receivers. Like for example, this now has the USB port support so that you can update the software whenever it's necessary. So how does he perform compare with my other receiver? My favorite single antenna receiver is the OLED receiver from FatShark, and I've been using that for quite a while now. It has been performing very well for me, whether indoor or outdoors, and it doesn't create much breakup in video reception. So I'm actually very happy with the OLED receiver from FatShark. However, with a single receiver and especially with the right-hand circular polarized antenna that I normally used, sometimes when you fly a bit far, it tends to start to be a bit of breakup. So I wanted to try something that I can have a patch antenna on it, and also an RHCP antenna on it at the same time. So you're going to see test video from me from outdoors and indoors. So with the outdoor testing, I tested the patch antenna by standing directly in front of the quad while I'm flying forward as far as possible. So I roughly took the quad around 100 meters away. You can see from the recorded DVR footage that there isn't any real breakup of reception, even though it's flying far away. So I'm happy with that. I also tested it by placing myself in my shade, which is which is made by, of carbon materials. I think it's steel materials. So I stood inside the shade while I flew the quad around my house, in front of me, to the side of me, and behind me. And you can see that I could fly quite a distance away, probably around 20 to 30 meters away. And while it was behind me, it was alright. But when it was in front of me or side of me while I flew it to the back of my house, there was a bit of breakup. But it wasn't very serious breakup. I could still see, but that was just the purpose of testing it to the extreme. And I was also happy with that because it didn't create much breakup in the video. I then took it for a general flight around my front yard, and I flew it straight in front of me, behind me, to the side of me, and you can see from my recording there was minimal breakup of the video. So even though I was flying around, it was still very good. With Windows testing, I placed myself at the front of my house testing the patch antenna while flying away from me through a few walls, and also I placed myself in my living room where I mostly tested flying behind me And also I tested flying to the side, and I also flew it outside my living room to the side of me through walls, and you could see from the live feed video and also from the DVR recording, there was very minimal breakup. And there's a part of the video where I show you the antenna uh, receiver, and you can see from the OLED screen or the whether it's LCD or OLED screen, and you could see that the signals were very strong inside the house, whether it's the circular polarized antenna or the patch antenna. So there was very minimal breakup, and I would say that there was virtually no breakup while I was flying indoors. So overall, the performance is really good. I think it's better than the Fat-Shark OLED single receiver. But in terms of breakup, I think the OLED Fat-Shark receiver also performed really well. It's just that I would like to have a second antenna with a patch on it so that I can fly a bit further without any breakup while I'm flying in front of me. So now, because of the good performance of this receiver, so I've decided to now use this Realacc RX5808 for my daily use. You can see that I don't really fly a lot in very tight narrow spaces or through walls, but I do fly around my house and probably in between trees, and that I think that is more than sufficient for my use, and that will be more than sufficient for the majority of you guys out there. So I don't think you really need very expensive diversity receiver like the immersion RC receiver or 2D receiver or even the clear view receiver, because they are really overkill for the most of us that fly casually. So this Realacc receiver, diversity receiver, is really good, and it's very stable, and it's very easy to use. With this receiver, you can have auto search and also manual search, and there's also a mode for you to find your quad. If you crash a quad, and all you have to do is just press on that mode, and you press on the on button, and it will show you the signal as you point the patch towards the quad. As you go near the quad, then the signal becomes stronger. So that's how you find your quad. The menu selection is also very easy to use. The auto search function is also very easy to use, but the auto search function, I think from my use, is that it search through individual band, just like the Fat-Shark OLED receiver, but you can use the scroll wheel to scroll up and down for different band, and while you push the scroll wheel, it will search in that particular band, and it searches very quickly. I think that's all the three modes that you really need to know and for your daily use. But there is also an event mode where you can scan all the band and frequency in a for example, in a competition field, and you are a spectator, and then you want to tune into a particular band of frequency for you to watch the race. You can see uh, a section of this video where I show you the OSD in the goggles, and also the mode screen, just to scroll through the OSD and the different modes, and you can just easily see that it's very easy to use and to work out. All in all, I think this is a good value for money uh, diversity receivers, and I would recommend you getting one if you haven't already got one. And I think this is more than sufficient for the most of us. It is a very good solid receiver, and it will give you very solid connection with your FPV feed, and you're going to have a very nice picture on your FPV goggles. So as for the rest of this video, if you haven't already seen, there will be test videos of the receivers and also the unboxing, also going through the OST mode and functions. So hope you guys like and enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Just remember, quadcopter is not rocket science. See you next time.
myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by.